everybody. My name is Joyce Slater, and I am the president of Motel, Missouri Storytelling, Inc. I'd like to recognize a few other presidents who are in the room. Larry Brown, where are you? Yes. And Sue Hinkle, back there in the back. Sue Hinkle can't get away from Motel. She's been on the board since its inception in 1984. So around there. So let's give her a big hand. A couple of the other presidents, the founder of Motel is Perrin Stiefel, but he's in Montana right now, enjoying vacation with his family. And then there's Karen Potts, and she's in St. Louis. So we are grateful for our leadership in Motel and keeping it going. Motel is a group that, one of our missions is to make sure the people in Missouri hear and know stories. So we are in the state parks in Missouri, and you know, we have the most beautiful state parks. They are so well maintained and wonderful. So we are happy to support storytellers in the state parks. We also have this Liars Contest. And I'd like to recognize Ken Wolf. If any of you have received one of our newsletters, he designs it. I just feed him the information and he goes. Let's give him a... This thing is, it kind of droops. It goes... All right. The history of the Liars Contest. It started with Anthony Clark. This is our 5th year for a Liars Contest. Actually, he came to Motel and said he wanted to do this, but he wanted us to help him organize it. So we haven't seen Anthony in a couple of years, so I guess it's our baby. And we are in number 5 year. We are going to St. Louis next year. What I would like to see is the Liars Contest travel around the state so that we encourage lying in all parts of our state. Let's give a big thank you for our judges back there. We have the A-team. We have Amy and Alex and Adam. See? The A-team. They will be judging all of the storytelling, and there's going to be a lot of it. We have 7 storytellers and 8 stories. I guess somebody couldn't just stick to one lie. We also have a written portion. So we have 6 people who wrote lies. That's forever in somebody's memory. Watch out. But now I would like to recognize, first of all, our board. Gary Kuntz is on the board. He takes care of our computers. Sue is our treasurer, Sue Hinkle. Jim Tucros-Wallen is on the board. He's the secretary. And Perrin is our board emeritus. He just tells us what to do. If you know Perrin, you know how that is. We would like to recognize one of our board members who passed away this year, Becky Wallstrom. And many of you know her from the St. Louis Storytelling Festival. She ran that festival for many, many years and died suddenly after the festival, about maybe a week or 10 days after the festival. So I'd just like to take a moment of silence to remember Becky. She is such a good friend, always a smile on her face. And now, we have a special guest today. See, this thing is drooping. I think I need a screwdriver. Oh, it was too heavy on one end. Oh, I see. We want to thank Sarah Howard and the Columbia Public Library for hosting us today. Yay! And thank you to Aaron Swearingen. Did I remember that correctly? Yay! And now I would like to introduce you to a person that some of you have known for many years. Some of you, this will be a new face. But he's been very, very important to storytelling in Missouri, beginning with the St. Louis Storytelling Festival. Long ago, 40 years ago, this festival started in St. Louis. It is a free festival, and storytellers travel all throughout the city and the neighboring state of Illinois and tell stories to people who get to listen to them for free. It's a wonderful, wonderful storytelling festival, but it all started with that founding chairman, Dr. Ron Turner, who lives right here in Columbia. Come on up, Ron. I'd like everybody to see who Ron is. Come up. He didn't hear what I said. It's okay. Remember this face, because he is so important also to Motel. Perrin told me if it hadn't been for Ron, there wouldn't be Motel. You encouraged the whole organization, so we owe him a great debt. We want to thank you. You know, we don't have a lot of ways to thank people in Motel because, well, we're storytellers. We could tell him a story. But we are making Ron a lifetime member of Missouri Storytelling Inc. Thank you. You are welcome. And I didn't know that Ron was so involved with education globally, too. So you spread the word everywhere, don't you?
Do my best.
Do you have anything to say to anybody?
Sure.
All right.
Sarah, the problem with the microphone was that there was a nut loose up here at the podium. I'm kidding. And also, it's the first time, I'd say in 50 or 60 years that I've been called a new face. So thank you for that. So for those of you who haven't seen this face, it's as good as it gets. Thank you. Thank everybody for being here. I feel like, you know, it's all part of one big family, and it's so nice to have some little role in storytelling. Thank you.
I don't know who's next. If they're tall, then they can adjust this for themselves. Like I said, that St. Louis Storytelling Festival has been going on for a long time. So if you get a chance to go to it, it's in St. Louis in the month of May, the first full weekend in the month of May. And it's all over, and I think they're back at the Arch now and a variety of places. If you want to find out about it, just look up St. Louis Storytelling Festival. If you want to know anything about the National Storytelling Network, you contact Jackie Wright right here on the front row. She is the state liaison for Missouri, and she's doing a fabulous job. She does. She informs everybody of everything that's going on in the state. Today we're going to hear some new and exciting stories. This is what I love about this Liars Contest, because sometimes, you know, you find people who are stuck in the storytelling rut. They tell the same stories forever. And you wonder when they're going to take a class or learn a new story. But guess what? At this Liars Contest, they have created every one of these stories. And they're new and they're fresh, and you're hearing them probably for the first time, except You know, somebody who's married to a storyteller, she's probably heard his over and over and over, as well as you two. That's the problem with being married to a storyteller. They get to hear stories all the time, which is good. Good thing my husband isn't here. But it is so fresh. I would like to remind you that there are other places where you can tell tall tales. For instance, in Downs, Alan DeBay back there in the back is from Downs, and they have a tall tale contest. And is this like your 26th or 27th year? 27th year. And so it's for amateurs, right? Amateurs only. So every year they have auditions, which eliminates certain people, and you get to tell a tall tale at their festival. We have a storytelling festival on the west side of the state too, in Kansas City. I happen to run that. I have 3 clones right now of myself, so I can do all things everywhere. But enough about all of that. We are ready to hear stories. Who's ready to hear a story?